Hi again then guys, and welcome to another Sleeper Spec tune for Gran Turismo 6, and in this particular build we are building a Sleeper Spec tune for the TVR Tuscan, which is of course a premium car. And for those who are new to this series, because it is still a relatively new series that I've started, basically the point of Sleeper Spec is we take a car which has potential and then we tune it up in such a way that we improve it as much as possible without affecting its stock specs. So the PP, the power and the weight are exactly the same as stock. So in other words, no one could even tell that it was a tuned car. And then we take it out to the track and compare it to the stock vehicle to see how much quicker it is. So with this time it's the Tuscan. We've gone for sport soft tyres because it's more realistic as to what it's capable of. Although if you do go for racing softs, it will of course be even quicker. You want your racing brakes and race suspension. The ride height I've made 2mm lower than stock at 100mm, just so it's a little bit lower but not really noticeably so. Springs we've increased to 875 and 750, the dampers to 4, anti-roll to 3, camber and toe neutral, which may seem unusual in a TVR, but bear with me. As far as the gearbox, we've got an auto setting of 180, then for the individual gears 3.1, 2025, 1450, 1.1 and 875 with a final drive of 3.3. For the diff, you want an initial torque of 20, and I would encourage you to mess around with that a bit because it changes the handling pretty much more than any other setting. I personally like it on 20, but as I said, mess around, find what works best for you. Acceleration and braking, the highest possible sensitivity to help with turn-in, both under acceleration and braking. And of course you want your clutch and prop shaft. As far as the power and the body, we've left those completely stock of course, because it is a Sleeper Spec build. Now let's take it out to the ultimate proving ground, the Nürburgring Ring, to see just what a difference this makes to the car. Now, with the Tuscan, it's a car with a lot of potential, and vehicles like that always work best with these Sleeper Spec tunes. But I had not anticipated just how much quicker this Sleeper Spec tune would make the Tuscan. Now you have to bear in mind, we have not affected this car's performance. It has the same power, the same torque, the same weight, and the same PP. To all intents and purposes, it's a stock vehicle. But it is of course not stock, because what we've done is taken what it's already good at, which is the speed, and then added to that more control, more grip, and more handling. The difference with this tune around the Nürburgring is insane. I took the stock version around this track, and then took this tuned version around, and it was 26 seconds faster. And I wasn't holding back in the stock version. I was going flat out, and it is still 26 seconds quicker with this Sleeper Spec tune. It is ridiculous the difference that it makes to this car. It's already a fast car, but it gives you so much more control through the corners, and it really makes it a seriously fun car to drive, and no one can tell until of course you beat them. And one of the great things about this particular Sleeper Spec tune is it naturally sits at 500 pp. But overall, this is so far the most improved Sleeper Spec tune I've done, with incredible results over the stock Tuscan. And for those of you guys who do decide to use this Sleeper Spec build, obviously I hope you find it fun, and it is definitely a lot more competitive, and that's just on sports softs, so imagine what it could do on racing softs. But that's it overall for this particular tune. If you are new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe down below to keep up with tunes, builds and reviews like this in the future. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.